Are we live? I think it's live. I think it's working.
We're live.
We're working.
It seems to all work.
It says so. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Studio Rats Q&A Live number 279. My name's James Ivey.
And I am Philip, 40 Watt Podcast.
And Phil has jumped in to fill the breach of Mr. Drew because, quite frankly, he's out on the Raz.
He's out gallivanting and drinking himself silly and doing Lord knows what. He's going to come in. We don't even know what version of him we're going to get if he pops in at all. So y'all get ready. Stick around for the end is what I'm saying. If you're watching the replay, it gets better. I don't know that for fact yet, but I'd bet on it.
You are all very welcome along to our weekly takeover of the interwebs. So we're not quite sure how today's going to go because I have an interview meeting with John Melanzak.
Yep.
I hope I got that right.
Close
Who is CEO of NAMM? Not as in you weren't there, man. The reason us Europeans all disappear off to California for a week in January, which will be quite an interesting chat. That hopefully is going to go out at the end of the week. But so that means because of time delays and California time versus UK time, he could only do late for us on a Wednesday, which is fine. But it means Phil, I mean, quite frankly, you and Vinny could be steering the ship.
Which is super dangerous. That's extremely risky, giving us any kind of control.
They gave the lunatics are taking over the asylum.
100%. But for what it's worth, John is a great dude. He's a former educator. He used to teach at Louisiana State University, LSU. And you'll hear all about that, I'm sure, in your conversation with him if y'all talk that part, or you may talk just all NAMM business. But I had him on the podcast last year before NAMM, and cool. He's just a great guy.
Yeah, excellent. So I'm really looking forward to that. So we'll put it out. We might even put it out on both channels, on my channel and the normal channel, just because, hey, more is more. But however, this is all future stuff. Phil, tradition dictates that I ask this of you, sir.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Man, so this is my birthday week. And so I took today off a thing we do, there's a state holiday that's optional. So we don't take that one. Instead, all my staff get their birthday off as a paid holiday.
Cool.
So my birthday fell on Sunday, so I decided to take today as my paid holiday.
Well, congratulations, many happy returns, and you're looking great for 35.
I mean, I think I'm doing all right. I'm regressing. I've decided this is the turnaround point for me. I'm going to start getting younger after this.
Yeah.
But that's I moved some things around in here. I'm working with some angles. Regular viewers will see that there's now an amp at ear level, right in my ear hole, right there.
I got one of those, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. It's not a new amp. Well, it's new-ish, but it's not new this week or anything. But I'm trying a new setup to try to do some demos with amps and pedals and stuff like that. And speaking of pedals, I had one come in today. One I've been wanting to get for a long, long time.
What you got? What you got, and has it got the box?
No, because honestly, I'll tell you why it doesn't have the box. But it's this.
Ooh.
That is
Page.
That is the Kingsley Page. That is a legitimate at actual voltage tube boost. So Jarrett Kingsley makes a few versions of this. This is just the boost version. It does have gain. It's not like it's a clean boost. Yeah. But he also makes one that's more Dumble flavored. He makes one that's more Tube Screamer flavored. He makes one that's, I think, more like EF86 flavored. But I've been wanting to try one of these for a long, long time. And one finally popped up on Reverb at the right price, which is insane because used, they actually go for more than they sell on Kingsley's page. And there's not like there's a big wait list for them. It just takes it's a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? But I got one that was basically at new cost. And the reason, James, there's no box is because Jarrett just puts these wrapped in bubble wrap in a shipping box. There isn't a box. He doesn't waste your money with that kind of nonsense.
Oh, fantastic.
He doesn't need labels and stamps and stuff on the box and make you feel good about your purchase. He's like, here's a tool. Use the tool.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, this thing for those of you that know, a lot of tube pedals just have a tube basically as
Window dressing.
window dressing. You know, if you see a tube drive and it tells you it only needs 100 milliamps, that tube's not doing anything. This thing takes 500 milliamps.
Yeah, tubes require valves require voltage.
Yeah,
and to get the voltage, Ohm's law and all that, you need current.
You got to have power. You got to really hit them with some power. So this is actually my third Kingsley pedal, but I've never tried this one. So I have his bias tremolo. He is the only true bias tremolo I know of in a pedal because he's actually got a tube in there at voltage that he's regulating the bias to get the tremolo effect. So, you know, everybody else is mimicking it. I also have his Kingsley Peasant, which is his, what does he call it? It's not a boost. It shapes the impedance of the signal to get tonal differences.
So it's a bit like what's that thing I've got? The giggity pedal.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, he does call it a boost. It's a boost with a variable input impedance control.
Cool. Okay. So are all his pedals named after members of the royal court?
They're basically, because he's got a juggler, he's got a maiden, he's got a constable, he's got so it's all that.
So yeah, cool. Very good.
Yeah, it's great. They're great pedals. This is going to be amazing. I already know
any new things with 6, 5, 4, or 7 strings?
No. I'm doing my best to avoid all of that. I got to build the studio. Although I saw a deal on a Squier 12 string, a really good deal, and I really want to have a 12 string around for recording purposes.
Yeah.
And so, you know, for like $300 I can grab an electric 12 string. So,
and it's never going to be, it's probably going to be a really usable guitar anyway.
Yep.
But it's never going to be, you know, the first call, the big upfront sound, because it's a 12 string.
Exactly. It's just a rhythm thing. I'm going to use it, you know, once every 4 months when I need that 12 string sound, and that'll be it. So that's all I really need. It's just something that I can do any kind of setup work I need to do on it, get it playing right like it's supposed to, and then it'll be great.
Yeah, great. I've got an acoustic 12 string. I've got an acoustic Nashville tuned. You know, the other strings from a 12 string set.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm going to do with this guitar. I think this is going to become my 12 string, my Nashville tuned guitar.
I would like a Nashville electric because I think that's a cool sound as well.
Yep.
And I would like an electric 12 string. I'd also like one of those bass 6s.
Oh, I have. The bass 6 is an interesting one. I had one for a little while, and while I liked it, I didn't actually feel like the high B and E strings on them were really usable, and therefore you're just playing a bass with slightly thinner strings. I found a baritone much more usable.
I was going to say a baritone is it's kind of the other option, isn't it?
Yeah,
but I like the idea of, you know, having something that's guitar playable that is a bass. That's a slightly different scale length, and I think they're kind of cool.
I think they are cool, but maybe your mileage will be different than mine. But ultimately, I've got 2 different baritones sitting around. One is a long scale, that's a 28.5-inch scale baritone. Yeah, and then I also have a standard 25.5. The Mulecaster, I have it tuned to baritone with thick strings. And so I've got a couple of different variants of that sound, and I find that much more usable when you're looking, because to me, you're just kind of doubling or thickening a bass sound, or you're doing a chord thing. I felt like bass 6s actually didn't sound very good doing the chord thing. So you were just playing bass.
Yeah, there's a couple of I can't think of the 2 or 3 tracks off the top of my head right now, of course, because I'm having a brain fart. But there are 2 or 3 songs. It's like the Wichita Lineman is a bass 6.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And there's another couple of songs that are along those sort of lines where you think, how did they make that noise? Well, that's how they did it.
Yeah. And a lot of very early country, we're talking, when I say early country, I mean like the dawn of the electric bass, 1950s. It still hadn't quite made it to everyone yet, and there was still a lot of upright bass on recordings. The bass 6 came out pretty quickly after the P bass.
Yeah.
And so people would buy it and they would double the upright bass to add the attack, basically, was all they really wanted.
Yeah.
And so the bass on late 50s and early 60s country music, there's a very high chance that it is both a double bass and a bass 6.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But now we have electric basses.
Yes. Yeah. And lots of lovely amplification and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So,
it's been a kind of hectic week around here. Lots of gear coming and going. Lots of events and stuff with the run up to Christmas for me. So I'm being a kind of sound engineer, lighting engineer, DJ, trying to do some normal stuff. We did the video of this bad boy this week.
oh yeah, I saw that, the Rockboard.
This is cool.
Yeah.
If you're in that position where you want to maintain control and you're flying and doing all those sort of gigs, this is a great way to maintain control of your sound and know exactly what you're going to get and exactly what you're going to do. And also, even if you're not a fly gig, if it's not a flyaway band or whatever, 150 watt amp in a pedal board.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
I think the Rockboard stuff in general doesn't get enough love. I remember a local shop where I used to live carried all the Rockboard stuff and all the little modules that you can do. They have a module for just about anything you could possibly need to do. And there's a lot of people paying a lot of extra money for interface boxes to put on their pedal board or under the pedal board. And Rockboard's like, hey, you can just put it right here. We have a slot. Yeah, we bolt it in. We've got a slot for it. It's super easy.
I knew of them obviously because they're Warwick, as in Warwick basses and amps and stuff. But I'd never used any of their stuff or reviewed it. And Paul was like, "Do you want to do this?" I said, "Yeah, okay."
Right.
I've got some pedals. I can do that. And yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant thing. The nice thing is that the good folks at Thomann have given it to me as part of the deal because
nice.
Now I've populated it and it's not fresh, clean out of the box anymore.
And now you don't have to take it apart. That's the best thing. You don't have to take it back apart.
So yeah, happy Christmas to me.
Yeah.
Should we get into some questions and stuff? So I'm very aware that today could run away from us.
Yeah, big time. We don't have Paul to keep us on track because he's the one that's always like, "Come on, we got to get going."
You mean the grumpy one, right?
The grumpy one. Is that what happens when you lose your hair? You just lose happiness. Is that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Paul's a very happy person.
The funny thing is, so we were trying to come up with an idea for a kind of a Christmas promo or a Christmas deal for patches and all sorts of stuff, which in the end of the day is a sales drive. Of course it is. We need to survive. Yeah. And I said, why don't we do your top 10 Tonex patches versus my top 10 Tonex patches. So we've put out 2 new packs today. There's the Paul pack, top 10 pack, and my pack. Paul does all the graphics. I do all the back end stuff. Paul's the graphic creative one. His one, he looks kind of happy and jovial with a nice Santa hat on. He's greened me up as the Grinch.
Yes.
Can I make this appear? Yes, I actually can. Let me show you the beautiful people of the world. Let me see if I can make that happen. There we go. Boom. There we are. Look.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. So
I love it. God, I love it.
Yes. Thanks, Paul. The funny thing is, if you'd said to me, can you guess Paul's top 10 packs? I think I would have got 8 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Were
they that easy?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know him. You know him well enough.
Yeah, we know him and love him. So yeah, those are about. I will probably at some point throughout tonight's show be throwing that plug in a bit more. So basically the challenge is, who sells the most packs.
Got it. Well, I'm just gonna say that it's worth remembering that The Grinch is the best, the highest grossing holiday movie of all time.
No, Die Hard's the highest grossing.
No, it's not. Look it up.
And as Bruce Willis would say, Die Hard is not a Christmas.
The new version of The Grinch that came out in like 2018 grossed like 5 times what Die Hard did. Die Hard's on the list, by the way. Yes, it's on the list. So is Batman Returns. Batman, the second Michael Keaton Batman.
Michael Keaton, the best Batman by. It ain't Val Kilmer, is it? Let's face it.
He is my favorite. He is my favorite movie Batman, but I have a soft spot for the Adam West
series.
Kitschy 60s, 70s. Yeah, I have such a soft spot because I grew up on like I'm not old enough to have seen it, neither are you to have seen it in syndication, but we saw it in reruns, you know.
Yeah. Adam West and Burt Ward.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I think Adam West is still with us as well.
I know he does. Used to do a lot of Family Guy episodes
type things as well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he turns up a lot of Comic Cons.
No, he's not. We lost him in 2017.
Oh,
it's been 8 years. Wow, I didn't realize that.
Okay, we've covered some ground. Let's dive into some questions and stuff. There is some cool stuff to talk about in the show you behind me. I'll drive, you read, because if you read as fast as you type, you do a far better job than I will.
Oh, we're good. So you guys are just a bunch of studio rats.
Yep.
It's true. Thank you, Darvin.
Pretty much.
Also, I'm not going to read your full names like Paul does. He wastes so much time reading your full names.
You know who you are.
Right. It's Stuart. Hey, guys, I got an email from Artist Guitars. They're clearing stock to launch a whole revamped range soon, as they are soon to hit, as they're such a big hit this year. 2026 should be interesting. I don't know Artist Guitars.
Nor do I.
I don't know that. Stuart, tell us more.
Yes, and send us. You can. They can't post links, can they?
No, they can't. So you have to tell us. You have to describe it. I expect play by play.
I have no idea what that means, but
yeah, it's okay. Oh, Amber Kulkarni, 2772. Hello. Hey up. What's the gross goss? God, not gross.
Goss.
Hope everyone's all. What's up, Al?
Yeah, good to see you, buddy. Al will be joining us for our Namcation.
Just like last year. Oh, it's gonna be a crazy time then.
Yeah, we've already put the first party, so Paul will be ruined from the night we land.
Tuesday night's gonna be so good.
We'll be wandering around like zombies, and Paul's gonna be on.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. But no, Al's already messaged me about my hair and happiness comment. Oh, Anton, hi rats in chat. Hello. Hey all, and cheers from Belgium. I want to go to Belgium. Cheers Belgium's to great. You, Belgium.
The Monty Python song, Finland, is not true.
In what way?
Finland, 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 a country where I quite like to be, pony trekking or camping or watching TV. A close second to Belgium when going abroad.
I've completely forgotten that song. I have a great boxed set of Monty Python skits. It was like a DVD set.
Oh God, you said it like that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna say it like an American because I'm an American. Not only am I an American, I'm a Southern American. It's a whole special breed. But I've got a box set, and it's each disc is the best of an individual member of Monty Python. It's so good. It's so good. Keith Milner, evening chaps. I'm on time tonight for the first time in yonks. Years, got it. And Drew is skiving or skeeving? Skiving, got it right the first time.
Yeah.
And then Al appropriately says this could get messy.
Damn right.
Evening JP. Rack is back. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Getting younger by the day, right? What's up, Jimmy?
What's up?
See, Paul would never give you that.
No, because he's boring and old and bald.
Anton, James, are you to exploit the opportunity to talk more about drums and Dolby Atmos? Paul will expect it. No, because I would like us to stay mildly on time. We don't have to stay fully on time, but mildly.
So the difficult thing at the moment, and a lot of people said this to me, why aren't you doing more Atmos stuff? And I said, at the moment, there's very little point, because the setup stuff and the technical stuff is relevant, because that's physical. That's put speakers here, setup looks like this. But all the time you're trying to do anything artistic at the moment, it means nothing.
Yeah, all the setup stuff is only pertinent to a small demographic. And so, and it doesn't make as much sense. And also, as cool as it is, it's, the majority of people still don't have a way to listen to Dolby Atmos mixes.
But I have it on reasonable authority that 2026 will be YouTube's year of embracing immersive.
Oh.
Which means that if you have an immersive soundbar, or you have immersive in your car, and lots of people do have immersive audio systems in their car, but they don't necessarily know it.
Yeah, I have a 5.1 in mine. I very specifically got my car to get the 5.1.
Yeah. Or you have really some nice Apple earbud Pros. They are binaural immersive ready using the Apple spatial algorithm. So then it will start to make sense to put artistic content out, and demonstration content. It hasn't made any sense up to this point. So I promise, before Paul starts messaging in saying you're losing everybody,
there's no way he's listening to us right now. There's no way.
If you wait down a bit further down the comments, I bet he's diving in.
He'd already said something about the comment earlier. He'd already said something.
That's true. That is true. But yeah, so it's coming. So at that point, I think it becomes relevant.
Yeah, and just wait till you hear drums in Dolby. Look, I hit both points right there. It's like you're sitting in the middle of the kit.
At the drum kit, yeah.
At the drum kit, yeah. Awesome. Also, you know what? Since we can, when you mix drums, James, do you mix from artist perspective or drummer perspective?
It depends what the content is for.
Oh.
If it's an audio-only presentation, I mix drummer's perspective. If it's for video or some kind of video content, I mix viewer's perspective.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise, tom fills go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Drummer going that way and the tom's going that way.
I'm a big believer in mixing drummer's perspective, though, because it's harder to air drum when it goes the opposite direction. So
I'm a lefty, so
oh gosh,
I'm a lefty who plays righty, so there's a long story there.
I've got the drummer I've gigged with the most. He is a lefty who plays right-footed but open sticked instead of cross stick.
Yeah, I know people who do that. Yeah,
it's wild. It's wild to watch. Kingsley is great. Yeah, Rack is back. Kingsley is great. Michael Thompson uses those too. Yeah, a lot of folks use them. Of course, I am willing to explain that I am heavily influenced by That Pedal Show and some of the stuff they do. And so, especially Mick, even though Mick and I don't agree on strats, we do agree on our favorite guitar tones. So if Mick gets really into a sound of something, there's a good chance I'm going to also appreciate it.
Cool.
So, Pet Moxie 2177. I hate all the numbers that YouTube has added to people's names. Contemplating adding an X6 rack mount to my current Twin Duo X, a worthy addition or unnecessary? Running 2 tube amps and 2 aux boxes through the Twin, so it's getting hot in here. So take off. I don't know if there's a follow-up to that later. I haven't scrolled down.
Hang on. I'm trying to find it. If he has, I can't find one yet. Pat.
I don't see one. So let's go here first. And I'm going to give my take, and then James, you can tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So I have right now I have the Apollo Twin X, and I love the Apollo Twin X. The preamps sound great. I love using the unison stuff, but obviously it's only 2 inputs. Yep. I've been using the Behringer 8 preamp with the Midas preamps ADA converter that gives me 8 ADAT ends into my Apollo to give me the extra channels.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to blow you away with the way they sound, but you know what they do sound? Good enough. I get pretty good results with them. And I watch enough studio breakdowns and setups that I've seen that same unit in studios where people have recorded Grammy award-winning records.
If you can't record a Grammy winning record on an Apollo Twin, it's not the gear's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great solution. The X6 gives you 2 extra mic pre's. It gives you, I get, but say Paul, I think's got one. I don't remember the exact configuration, but the X6 does give you extra mic pre's. It also gives you 6 extra DSP chips.
If you're using the onboard DSP on the Apollo units, that's definitely worth it.
Yes.
Now, what I've discovered in my own use and in talking to other, because that's the thing about building a studio, by the way, y'all, you end up talking to a lot of people who have studios.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. No, I come to you because in fact, I have another studio question that maybe we'll get to in the episode or at another time, because I know you have things to do after. But you ask an awful lot of questions, and computers have gotten so powerful in the last few years that the need for that separate processing power is lessening. I got the M4 Mac Mini in November of last year, and I maxed it out. And when I used to process, Riverside does a lot of it for me now, but when I would render the videos for the YouTube videos for my podcast, hour-long videos rendering in less than 4 minutes. It's insane. It's how fast computers are getting now. So I think that separate processing power for plugins is lessening in importance the way it was.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are some UAD plugins where I think the UAD 2 version sounds better than the host version. And by host, I mean the native version.
Native, yeah.
I mean, we're splitting hairs.
Oh, totally.
And also, if you're using the, what do UA call it? They call it the console. If you're using UA console, that is a good time to be using your UAD processing because it's real time and it's real time, zero latency.
And that's what I do. I even on the channels that don't have the unison pre's, I have the preamps and compressors and the other stuff that I can use as plugins in there.
Exactly. So is an X6 a worthy addition? Yes. You've got, say, 2 auxes. That's stereo for a start.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There's your 4 mic pre's used. Your 2 on your X6 and your 2 on your Duo. That's the reason for doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. But my argument is always just about cost. It's like if cost is an issue, the 80A 8200 from Behringer, which I do not normally advertise Behringer products, I just don't. But it's $180 and gives you 8 preamps,
and they are good.
Not great, but
they
good.
Won't sound. But they won't match your 2 unison pre's in your duo, your twin duo, whereas the X6 will.
Yeah, don't use them for vocals. That's what I'm hearing. Don't use them for vocals.
Yeah, or to my ears, don't use them for shiny things like overheads and things because then they're grainy and not very nice.
Yeah, but
that's someone who has spent the last 30 years looking for overhead mics that he finally has found. So
we'll talk about what you're using later then, because I am always looking for mics.
If you've got the cash, run with it because it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've got 2 options here. I think both are totally valid, depending on what you're trying to do. So yeah. Anton Phil at 40 Watt Podcast. Any thoughts on Jazzmaster bridge upgrade mastery versus stay trim? It's for a Ventera 2 road worn Jazzmaster.
Ooh.
I have no experience with the stay trim offset vibrato. I don't. Now I'm going through this beer really fast. But I do have a lot of experience with mastery vibratos. And if there is a better Jazzmaster or offset vibrato, I've never played it because it has kicked the pants off of and I've played Descendants. I like them. They would be my next pick, a Descendant vibrato, but the mastery, especially if you get the vibrato and pair it with the mastery bridge. It's important to remember those are two separate things, the vibrato and the bridge assembly.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes, of course they are. Yes.
yeah,
So
you can buy them separately.
Right.
If you can only do one, I recommend the bridge more than the vibrato. But
Really?
I think the bridge matters more. Just having the right bridge assembly that doesn't bind, because that's a moving bridge on a Jazzmaster. So
Yeah.
the
Is it the same
mastery,
as that on a Jag?
yes, same as on a Jag.
Hang on.
So
Keep talking.
yeah, keep talking. So if you can only do one, because it is expensive to do both. I mean, you're looking at half the cost of that Ventera 2 to do it, or a third.
So this bit moves as well.
Yeah, that moves back and forth.
Oh, really?
That's how it works. Or at least
Of course it does. Yes, of course it does.
Yeah. Instead of the string sliding across it, the bridge itself rocks back and
Oh,
forth.
of course. Yeah. Do you know what? I just assumed that the tailpiece dropped.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay. Well, I have been talking about doing putting a mastery system on this for a while.
Highly recommend it. Because so when you use the vibrato arm, right? How much give do you feel before it starts really doing anything?
Little bit. There's a little bit of play.
With a mastery, it's immediate. There is no play in a mastery. In fact, they tell you your mastery is machined to such a high, such an exacting specification that once you put the bar in, do not take it out.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because if you get dirt in there, it's never going to act right again.
That's a Japanese one as well, and it plays great.
Yeah. So I've got, let's see.
This is great radio.
This is great radio. So I've got the mastery on my Novo. Ignore the bender. That is not part of the mastery situation.
Okay.
That is from a company called 3 Bender. They have created a B bender that works on offset vibrato, so you can do a B bender thing.
Oh,
anyway,
cool.
So when I go to use this arm, there is no play. It is immediate.
Nice.
So
I do like those offset Novos as well.
This is the guitar. Even my wife knows that if the house catches fire, this is the guitar that must be saved at all costs.
Wow.
This is it. In a room full of great guitars, this is the one that has to be saved.
At this point, we should do this.
Oh, Pet Moxie, thank you so much. Oh no, I know. Now I get the reference. It was a reference to a terrible song.
It was, yes.
But that's okay.
Let me just try and now find where we got to.
Oh, you're good. Anton.
There we. Oh, hang on a second. This is getting crazy. Thank you, sir.
All right. So Texas Les Paul 30. I'm assuming Texas. I got a Fryette PS100. How to set up my signal chain with Kahayan amp switcher, 2 amp head cabs, pedal board, and a combo amp.
Oh, that's quite a long one. So the Kahayan is... Paul had one, I seem to remember, or but maybe still does have one.
I'm looking at it now because I need to see the connections on the back because every amp switcher is a little different.
So we got amps, 2 heads, 2 cabs, pedal board. Yeah. And a combo. It's not a problem. Basically, what you would do for the combo is you break the link between the combo head and the combo speaker. You basically come out and into your switcher and then go back and use something like that as a jumper between your speaker line and the input to the jack input for your speakers.
Unless your combo is hardwired, then you've got to figure something else out. You have to do a thing.
So for example, my matchless has a jack underneath.
Yeah, there are some combos out there that the speaker is hardwired directly to the output transformer. There's no jack. There's just cables, and they're soldered to the speaker. Which is a terrible setup. You usually only see it on lower end in budget. I don't mean bad amplifiers. I just mean affordable lines where they're mass producing them and they need a faster, more efficient way, because honestly, it's less parts per unit to do it that way. Now, the thing that is gonna throw you off in this setup that you're trying to do.
Pedal board.
No, actually, the pedal board's easy on the back of the Cayenne. So the Cayenne has a guitar input in the front of it, and then it's got outputs that then can go to your pedal board, then to the amp, and so it's got like a bunch, and then it's got 4 speaker outs. The hard part is your Fryette. The Cayenne doesn't have an attenuator loop like some other amp switchers do. So you can't put the Fryette on every amp speaker output.
No.
Now you could if you had the KHE, if you had the Delisle, if you got the Lele. I think that's how you say it.
Because I've got the KHE, and you can do it.
The KHE's got an attenuator or an aux port, basically. OX, not AUX. Yeah. And so that's your hang up right now. You'd have to move the Fryette around as you're using it, honestly breaking the reason for having an amp switcher.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to tie them all to just one speaker cabinet,
that's easy. Yeah.
That's easy, and you could do it. What you do is you put the Fryette after the speaker out on your Cayenne, and then the Fryette goes to your actual speaker cabinet. But if you want to use all your varying speaker cabinets, that unit's not going to pull it off for you.
No.
I really hope that helped.
Yes. What's also going to help and save us is the fact that we are joined by greatness. Please welcome to the show, Vinnie the Axe.
Vinnie the Axe.
Oh, you should do voiceover.
It's all about getting close to the microphone and speaking really low.
How are you, buddy?
Good. How you guys doing? All right.
I'm good. How are you, sir?
We haven't broken it yet.
Am I too loud or am I good?
Yeah, you got a little gain to you. You got a little gain.
All right. How's that? Is that good?
Vinny's amped.
I'm trying to get used to this new interface.
Yeah, and a new camera angle and everything. I'm like,
yeah. I did a thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just pull this off because it's not in the right spot yet. But hold on. Hold on. I gotta go this way with it. All right. So I oh boy.
Completely unrehearsed. We timed that perfectly.
So I just added another monitor.
No.
Oh, nice.
To my mix.
Oh, look
I need to do a very similar thing because at the moment I find myself my videos getting more and more dense.
Yeah.
And I'm like I have this little tiny screen at the top.
I have a 27 or 30 inch curved monitor, which if you'd have told me 10 years ago I had a monitor that size, I'd have said, oh my God, that's so much space. Now I'm like, I can't see everything. I need more room.
Yeah, I got a 32 curved at the bottom now and a 27 at the top.
Yeah.
So which is nice. So when I'm working on something, I can put the DAW up at the top or whatever out of the way, and I could have other things open or whatever I'm doing. If I'm working on a video and I got other stuff running, you know how it goes. I don't have room to go horizontal, so I went vertical.
Yeah, I need to do something similar. I think I need to put like a reference monitor, like a 4K reference monitor on the top. So I've got something really nice.
No, that's the other thing. I watch videos that are in 4K on this monitor, and I see very quickly that it's not 4K because any shadows get granulated, and I'm like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I have to say the curved monitor is not as nice as my Alien. Is it Alienware or
Alienware? Yeah.
Alienware. My Alienware monitor is way sharper than this curved one, but it's fine. I mean, it works, and I got it for a song, so I can't really complain.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's get back into this because we got a lot of ground to cover.
Okay, Paul. Paul, speaking of Paul Mapp. Evening, guys. Glad you're on. Gives my brain a rest. Running Sound New Year's and have been asked to do lights to DMX show. Programming is not fun.
No. I'm just getting into lighting, and it's a fun place to be because DMX and MIDI are kind of similar, but not similar enough.
Not even a little. I didn't have to do any setup, but one of my first, when I got to college, I worked as a stagehand at our performing arts theater. And this is before I had much background in audio, and they put me in lighting. And watching the people who knew how to do that work, now we're talking 1999, 2000, right?
So no moving heads or limited numbers of moving heads.
No. You know who was the moving head? Me, with the spotlight at the top. We literally had rifle sights on the spotlight so that I could like look down the rifle sights and follow my target. It was wild.
I'm doing a bit more lighting now, just because thanks to Chinese companies like Uking. If you want moving heads, they're now affordable. As opposed to $3,000 for a Roby or something like that, you can now pick up something half decent for a couple of £100.
If I had,
it's not going to last. It's not going to be worth the same as a. But I'm not trying to fill Wembley. I'm trying to fill the Dog and Duck in the road.
It's honestly, it's like we used to say about Behringer products before the X32. I realized the X32 became a live staple once it came out.
Yes,
but. Before that, I used a couple of their Eurodesks, and the point was, yeah, they're cheap. They sound okay for your local bar gig. They're fine. And if they break, you can afford to replace them.
Yeah. If my entire lighting rig does me 2 years, great. I'm quids in.
Exactly. That's 100% it. Braxel 1, what is better, the Red 7 EVO or Sur reactive load?
I've not used either, so I wouldn't like to comment.
I've not used either. I asked this question of Henning once when I was looking for a new reactive load. He really loves the Red 7, but I've not tried it. A lot of people recommend the Sur to me.
Any experience, Vinny?
No, none with both of those.
Moving swiftly on.
All right, Rack is back. Have you guys listened to the cover twist AI version of Human Nature? I'm assuming that's AI and not Al, of Human Nature and Give Me the Night. I'm against AI, but I got to admit it's a killer track, really groovy. Man, I have so many opinions about AI, and some of them will get y'all really mad at me, and some of them you would totally agree with.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
And this is what you have to remember. I was talking about this to someone the other day. The first time we had, when Isotope started doing the Neutron plugins and all the stuff that helps you out and that does the mix assistant and all that sort of stuff, we all went, this is amazing. Now it's gone, it can do your mix for you. We're all going, oh my God, this is terrible. It's a tool. It's a tool. It's a means to an end.
I use AI literally in my daily job. I use it all the time to write press releases, to outline presentations I've got to give, to summarize 100-page PDFs where I just don't have the time to read all of the crap that you sent me. That's fine. What I don't like is AI being used in creative pursuits and then called creativity. If it's a tool, like, for example, Photoshop has an AI tool that's really useful. Now, if you are already editing a photo and you use the AI tool to do something you could have done anyway, but it just takes a little more time than you'd like, right, and you needed to save some time, and it does it well, that's awesome. I have no problem with that. But pure starting blank page and use AI and then you're calling it something you wrote or created,
yeah,
that's garbage.
I think that's where I'm at with it. It's a tool. If it's assisting your creative endeavor, and I do mean the words assisting,
right,
I think that's fine. There of course there are going to be people. People like Danny Sapko's done it, Rick Beato's done it, where they've basically gone, we're going to create a thing from nothing. I think it was in the country chart.
A #1 hit.
Yeah, AI had a #1 hit. Now, let's not go down the road of the discussion about so who gets the money from that.
Yeah,
AI hit?
That's above our pay grade.
Yeah.
Also, there's a whole conversation, and I'm going to speak because I'm a librarian in my day job. Most of you know that, I think, at this point, but In the library world, there's a lot of people really concerned about resources and environmental conservancy and those kinds of things. Yes, there's a concern about the resources used for AI, but every new and emerging technology is not sustainable when it's created. I won't say, okay, every's a little bit of a stretch, but a lot of new technology is unsustainable when it's created because you got to build the infrastructure for this new technology. So
now there are a lot of people out there in the in the tech space that are worried at the moment that, for example, the price of memory is just going through the roof.
Yeah.
Because a very large chunk of memory allocation is going to data centers, and to Nvidia are buying up memory chips like it's going out of fashion because they're building more data centers. And it's all I know Nvidia are a graphics platform, but it's graphics engines that are driving the AI revolution. When I say driving, I mean the power behind it.
Yeah. Well, I can think back because I used to be a PC gamer and hardcore about building PCs. And I remember when graphics cards got unattainable, not because so many people were wanting to play, I don't know, Resident Evil or whatever video game you want to play. It's because people were using them as crypto mining rigs.
Yes, exactly.
And they were really efficient at that. And eventually the tech industry realized, oh, users can't get a hold of these things, and it was killing another segment of the tech industry. So they redesigned the infrastructure so they were no longer efficient at crypto mining, but they were still efficient at video games.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Is it Moore's law, the one about every 2 years the power of RAM quadruples or something like that. So basically,
the number of transistors in an integrated circuit doubles approximately every 18 to 24 months.
That's exactly what I nearly was saying.
If Paul was here right now, he would have stabbed you guys about a minute and a half ago.
You missed. You've already missed. We've already talked about Dolby and drums and and bald people. It was great. We had a great time.
We even managed to get DMX into this show.
We sure did. All right, let's
happening
move on.
Again.
So Keith Milner, yes, especially on a cheap DMX desk. Yeah, it's rough. I'm glad I don't have to do it. My condolences for your endeavor.
My advice would be, like it is with most things like that, use it with a laptop. Get one of the in fact, I have it here because I've just bought it. Get one of these, my DMX5, and use the ADJ version. It's brilliant. It's so easy to use. Even a drummer can do it. There you go.
Although it can be a lot of work still. Yeah, absolutely.
It certainly is.
So Al, what's your thoughts on the Temple Audio pedal boards and their modular systems? So I'm not going to correct your English there. That's okay. I can correct Al because I know Al. There versus there. Versus there. I know. So I like the Temple Audio boards. I like their modular system. I hate those plates that they want you to put on the bottom of your pedals to lock them in place.
Oh, I've not seen those. Okay.
So they sell a thing. It's an adhesive square that then does a locking system in their pedal board. So you can only put them in certain places, but it locks them in without Velcro or without dual lock. Oh, Vinny's gone.
Is that enough?
And he's like, I'm done with this. I'm done with you guys. I love the Temple Audio boards, but don't use those little mounting plates they use. Just use dual lock. Go to
Velcro
Lowe's.
that came with the that thing. This thing. The Rockboard. Brilliant. Yeah. It's proper Velcro, and it's good, strong stuff.
Yeah, I use the 3M. It's called dual lock. Some people call it pedal board tape. It's just rebranded.
Dual lock is expensive, though.
It is, but the difference is the way I do it. I put loop side or soft side Velcro on the board, and I use dual lock on the pedal, and it doesn't take a whole lot. I don't have anything handy to show you, but it doesn't take a whole lot. Yeah, that's it.
That's the stuff,
and that's the clear stuff. They make it in black too. I use the black version, but they literally sell it at Lowe's and Home Depot. I mean,
I bought mine on Amazon in a roll, and what's good is I can I can mount power supplies under the board with it and everything. It holds pretty good weight, I have to say.
The only thing I found with it, with the cheaper stuff,
nice,
is that if you've got something weighty like a what do I use? A Pedal Power 3, the Voodoo Labs, underneath, I've been known to put some cable ties around it as well, just to hold it in place. Because a couple of cable ties, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's fine. I just don't want cable ties on top of the board. Looks tacky, y'all. It is not Instagram worthy. All right, moving on. JP, I love Rockboards. I have 4 of them. They all work for each application best, especially the simple but very effective Mod 1. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, it's great.
Keith, if you use Temple Audio stuff, it is good. Paul Map, using a Wolf Tone desk and their design view software to design. I'm reading one down.
Yeah,
that is Greek to me, Paul, but I'm glad someone understands it. That's all I'm saying. Keith, I built a Temple Audio board for a friend with loads of routing options. It was also rock solid. You could shake it upside down and nothing would move. Yeah, see, I have shaken my own pedal board on this live stream. Y'all just sitting there waiting for things to fall off of it, and nothing does. Where's the guy that causes the glare off his head?
I thought it was me. Here, Darvin, hold on. In case I don't want you to be like homesick about it. Hold on.
There it is. See, Darvin lives above the Arctic Circle, and this is the only sun he gets on a daily basis, on a weekly basis.
Darvin, how is it we phrase it? We phrase it delicately. He's out on the piss, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, you get depression when you're follically challenged. I'm just saying.
You shouldn't, because you get way more sun than the rest of us, and they say sun's a cure for depression.
I don't go outside.
Fair. Keith, Paul, if that actually looks cool, talking amongst yourselves. Yes.
Yeah.
Pedro Dowd, evening, you heroes.
I'll take that.
Have you ever have the everything pack? What a brilliant idea, lads. Currently using a big Tonex with an Impero Stomp. Wish I had bought an HX Stomp. Now waiting for Stadium. Titch.
As a mini stadium? A Titch statement?
I don't know.
Or was that Stadium, bitch?
Which?
Maybe.
Fitch?
Well, I'm glad you've got the everything pack, because it sounds like a sales pitch again, but Paul and I spent a lot of time and effort on those packs and getting the tones right and capturing all the stuff as good as we know how to do.
Yep.
It ain't just a case of sticking a mic in front of a speaker. There's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Impero Stomp, that's the baby thing, isn't it? The little tiny one.
No, I had the Imperial Stomp 2, and it was like HX Stomp size.
Okay. Wish I bought the HX Stomp. Now waiting for a Stadium. Yeah, the Stadium. I'm yet to really see a release candidate Stadium. I've seen ones at trade shows and gone, started menu diving and gone, I don't think we're supposed to have access to this. I could break this for the rest of the show.
Yeah, that'd be great. Brick the stadium. That's a great advertising gimmick.
Yes. There's got to be a one-liner there that I'm struggling to find. But
me too.
I'm keen to try a stadium. I think Paul or I will end up getting one. Like I think Paul or I will end up getting Kemper 2.
Yeah, I get it.
One of us will will jump. I think I might go Kemper just because I know that ecosystem now.
Let's be honest, the channel will buy it and one of you just has it at your house.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Paul, it's fairly into it. He's still talking about DMX, isn't he? Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
You can sync it to click and BPM and then ad lib. That's awesome. By the way, Also, you can do lighting with the Helix Stadium. Just throwing it out there.
But my DJ console's got a DMX output. It'll just do stuff.
DJ. Darwin, Avatar is the highest. Grinch is the highest Christmas movie. Yeah, that's what I meant. I thought that's what I said. Grinch is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time.
Wow. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Best and worst buy of the year. All right. Go ahead, James.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out there as new gear and secondhand gear as separate stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with secondhand. Without
there you go.
Shadow of a doubt, that is the best amp I have bought this year. Secondhand amp I've bought this year.
There you go.
That is an absolute stonker of an amp. I got it home today, Vinny, plugged it in, and within about 3 minutes went, oh my God, this was the right choice.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's that noise. It's that rock and roll noise.
When I got in the backstage before the stream, he was talking so much about it. I felt like I needed to go buy one immediately. I already started. I have a window open searching for a single input JCM 800.
That's awesome.
This is the dual channel with reverb, 100-watt, 2x12. I even like it with the G1275Ts in that are generally I loathe with a passion.
I found one at Guitar Center for $1,600.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that in Queen's English? King's English.
I don't know.
1,600. That's must be over $1,000, over $1,000.
That's 1,200. About 1,200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a very quick Google search.
Yeah.
All right. What was your worst buy this year then? What company are you going to throw under the bus?
I've got to look round a little bit because I know we joke. We joke as an industry. Everything you guys look at is you guys brilliant. Everything's amazing.
Not true.
The truth of the matter is that most things these days are generally really good.
Look at the Vailton at the price point. If that thing had come out in the 90s, do you know what a piece of crap it would have been at that price point? All right, I'm going to do my best then while you think about your worst. You got a little bit of a reprieve. So the best thing I bought this year is my, I'm going to put this away because I don't want too many guitars over here. My Gibson Murphy Lab ES355.
Oh,
this is by far the best purchase I have made this year.
It's beautiful, Phil. I got to tell you.
And it's a joy to play. It immediately became my number one. I mean, immediately.
I don't blame you.
And I've done a couple of gigs with it. I've done a bunch of, sitting around playing, and I've been experimenting with strings and gauges. But this is the best guitar I've ever owned.
How's the finish on it?
Really, really good. I like the relic work they do on these Murphy Lab light age.
Murphy Lab stuff is amazing, generally.
Yeah. And the thing I love about, I don't know how they do this, but Tom Murphy's a genius.
I had an initial Murphy Lab SG.
Yeah, where they got a little flaky, the finishes.
Yeah, everything was falling off. But the second one I should not have sold it, was a Murphy Lab Junior.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was fantastic. And I sold it because I was looking at dollar signs. Somebody paid me $1,000 more than what I paid for it.
Well, I get that.
And I sold it.
The thing that they do on these that really amazes me, on this like multiply binding that they put around the edges on the 355s and the 345s, there's a thing that happens in old Gibsons where the binding shrinks.
Yeah.
And they get the line all the way around the binding. They have replicated that to perfection. So yeah, when you run your finger over it, it's rough on the outside because that's what happens on these guitars as they age. I don't know how they've done it. I do have a 2020 Murphy Lab Les Paul, and it's got the finish on it's really good, but you can tell that they had figured things out by the time this was made.
Right.
I don't have the flaking issues, but it feels like a thinner finish, and it feels like it's a little more fragile than this one is.
I've also just realized if I don't plug my laptop in,
It's gonna die.
that could be I do have my product of the year that's new.
Okay. Well, that's my new one as well. That's also the most expensive guitar I've ever bought. I got a crazy deal on it. They sold it to me at cost, but it's still the most expensive guitar I've ever bought.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not strictly speaking music, but it is at least media. The best thing I've bought this year.
Oh yeah.
Is my DJI.
Is that the 3? Yeah, Pocket 3.
I have 2 of them. I love them.
Genuinely, the best. Probably from I bought it just before Guitar Summit, and I've used it on every project and every video I've done.
Wow.
And as you guys can imagine, I do quite a lot of those.
Yeah, Paul and I bought ours just as it got released, which was like a month right before NAMM 2024.
Absolutely brilliant.
And used them at the show. It was fantastic. Really, really good.
Nice.
I regret that I got the mic version 1.
Yeah.
They now have mic version 3.
They're smaller, aren't they?
They're smaller, and you can run more mics simultaneously to the receiver box thing.
That's nice. Yeah,
But
I can run 2, but that's about it. But
I can run 2. I think the new ones can run 4, which I never thought would be a problem until when Paul and I were at Marshall, we had to run 4 mics. So that's 2 separate camera systems.
Right.
Bit of more of a faff later on, but in the grand scheme of things, not a problem. But best thing, I'm trying to think of the worst thing, the thing that's been the biggest grief or the biggest disappointment.
Well, Vinny, what was your best? We're going to give you a little more moment then.
I would normally say, and everybody would probably guess it would be the Blue Guitar Amp 1.
Yeah.
I just love that amp. I think that was the best thing of the year. However, I just got the Quad Cortex in at the end of the year, and I'm really having a blast with that. Now, it's coming next week. I got another Nick Huber coming in.
Yeah, girl, let's go.
So I can't wait for that to come in. For those of you watching, I had a 2012 Nick Huber years ago, and it was a gold top one. And I sold that guitar, mistakenly sold it like an idiot to buy something else. Regretted the sale of that guitar the whole time I sold it. Bought another Crowster Nick Huber, but it was in like a Fiesta red color, but it was, the whole body was painted. Normally, if you look at a lot of the Crousters, most of them, not all, they have a plain back, and they have a beautiful back and flame neck. Well, this was painted on both all the way around with black binding. And even though it looked killer, I didn't like the way it looked. Something about that color I just did not care for. So I sold that guitar, and I've been on the hunt for another Nick Huber Crowster since.
Gotcha.
With a Crowster 3, which the body shape is a little different than the Crowster 2. The Crowster 2 looks more like a proper junior, where the Crowster 3 body shape has changed. So I wanted a Crowster 2. So I found a guy that was selling one new unplayed condition, probably from a collector, and it's in a copper finish, a copper top, orange copper top.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that to come in. So that, hopefully, I'm hoping that that's going to be my buy of the year. Negative buys, I don't know too much stuff. I want to say, I can tell you what I don't like, and sometimes your negative buy of the year might not be a bad product. It might be something you just don't jive. I don't like my Keeley Halo.
Okay.
Oh, now I do like a that's
weird. It sounds. I don't like the user interface experience with it, and I don't like the 2 buttons to go through the patches, because sometimes when you hit them at the same time, it doesn't engage if they don't hit simultaneously, and it kind of drives me nuts. So I took it off my board and I replaced it, not with the tape, but I replaced it with the Strymon Brig. But that was, I don't know, that was my most annoyance of the year, but it's not a bad product. The delay sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, for me, because of what I do at the moment, I'm doing so much more filming and stuff, and again, it's not a bad product,
Oh yeah.
but it isn't what I thought it was going to be. This is the Zoom Q2N 4K, battery powered little camera, and I have these all around the studio. And it's not that they're bad. The battery life out of 2 AA's is about 25 minutes. That sucks.
What?
Yeah. The microphone in them is very, very good. It's a really nice stereo mic, but I want them to be a proper 4K. It's a 4K lens. Unfortunately, you have to get the lighting so right with these, as opposed to okay, they're a different price point. I mean, these are like a couple £100 now.
Yeah.
And plaster them all over drum kit, job done. However, you've got to get it right. Whereas with the DJI stuff, all of their stuff, it's very forgiving.
It just works.
It's probably the sensor. The sensor is really tiny. That Zoom.
Yeah, it is the sensor. It's perfectly fine, but when I have to work a lot more to get it to look right, as opposed to something like a GoPro, for example. A GoPro is a brilliant camera, but they're a lot more money than these are. That's the only thing I can think of. Only thing I can think of that was a bad buy this year.
I've got my bad buy, and I might make some people mad. And it's worth reiterating what Vinny said. Just because something was a bad buy for me does not mean it's a bad product. My worst purchase this year.
Oh,
the hologram Chroma console. I do not get on with this thing at all. This is my second run in with one. I borrowed one for a little while, and then I got a good deal on one. I was like, maybe I didn't give it enough of a shake, because everybody loves them. Rhett Scholl talks about his every time I talk to him. Ariel Posen has one on his board right now, and like everybody's using these things, and I'm like, okay, let me give it another go. And I found the only setting I like on it, literally the only thing I really love on it, is the cassette texture feature, which I'm like, I can do that with the Chase Bliss Lost and Found, or a Gen Loss, or a myriad of other things that aren't this. And so this is actively for sale. If anyone's in the US and wants to buy it, let me know. But it doesn't work for me.
Oh, Vinny's gonna do a trouser shot in a moment.
Yeah, he's taking us on a ride.
I'm trying something else with this camera because I don't like the camera angle I'm getting. So I'm wondering if I can get this to come around. In between my monitors.
Cue all the people. I can't even keep up. I need another beer to keep up with this.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix this.
All right, so moving on.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Wait, do we have news this week?
I haven't done anything because
no news. Awesome.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
There you go. Graham Campbell. Hi guys, I just got a Tone X1. To counter my option paralysis, can you recommend a pack of yours to get started using it as an amp, mainly Fenderish cleans and Marshall type drives?
I would get 2 packs. I would get either the Supersonic, which I think we called it the Super S pack, which is Fender Supersonic, which was a really surprising Fender sleeper amp. If you like really, really Fendery, go for the Silver Face pack, which is a Fender Twin. If you like Marshall-y stuff, if you like sort of low gain, middly kind of JCM 800 type sounds, I think there's one called the JCM 800 SL Super Lee. Yeah. And then there's the other one. If you like higher gain Marshall type sounds, either the Mars, I think that's called the Mars 800 SL or the Mars 900. And if you like modded Marshall, either the Freeman Phil X, because that's the Phil X Friedman, the BE Deluxe, Freeman BE Deluxe, or the Silver J, Silver Jubilee. Scrap all of those. Silver Jubilee. That's the best sounding Marshall we've got.
Nice. Well,
Until I do that one.
Until you do that one.
I like your guys' Phil X Friedman Capture for the Quad Cortex. It's awesome.
That's a really good amp. That's one of those amps that pull. I shouldn't have sold it amp.
Yep.
Absolutely enormous thing.
Well, yeah.
The cabinet, the box itself is huge.
Tone is in the size of the gear, guys. Big pedals have better tone. Stuart Alexander Young, you maybe can't get artist guitars easily in the States. They're an Aussie brand. Amazing specs at great prices. I have one of their T styles. Actually, I did pull up their website. They sort of remind me of you remember, and I'm not making a comment on quality because obviously I haven't played these, but they remind me of, do you remember how Rogue guitars were like the house guitars for Guitar Center?
Yeah.
That's what they sort of remind me of. So they do something in every popular style, basically.
Right. Cool.
So awesome. Blind Man Gary. Hi, all. I had a random thought today. How many people do you think have found out how much voltage is in a tube amp by putting their hand in there? Not a lot that live to talk about it.
I was saying not many that live to tell the tale, because that is enough to send you put wings on your back in a halo. Yeah,
it will. Real quick, real fast. Get rid of that next comment.
Yep.
When you were at Marshall, did they tease in? Oh, sorry, Shahabar. When you were at Marshall, did they tease any other upcoming Synergy modules? I don't want to get the JMP and then find out they're releasing an 800 Jubilee.
Sorry, wrong one.
Yep, yeah.
Even if they did, we would have had to sign an NDA.
Right, they couldn't tell you about it.
And they didn't. And even if they did, we couldn't tell you. But they didn't.
One of these guys always lies, and one of these guys always tells the truth. So here's the deal. If it's something you want / need / can afford, don't wait because you think something better might or might not be coming. Just buy the thing. There's a thing that a friend of mine who's a patron of my podcast named Jeffrey Walks, he talks about the doctrine of the inevitable purchase. If you know you're going to buy something or that you want something, you're actually costing yourself happiness by not getting it if you are in a situation in which you can get it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Get the thing.
Even I got a Quad Cortex and I got it delivered the day of the release of the AM4 from Fractal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I could have waited and went, oh, that's coming out. Oh, this is coming out. Oh, that's coming out. And I was like, you know what? I think I like what I see with the user interface features of the Quad Cortex. I think my mind will jive with it a lot better. And I'm just going to run with that. You know what I mean? And I'm happy with it. I think
I've got a support line to a guy who's really good on it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And that's not me, by the way.
So that's my thing. Don't wait. Sorry. I'm also seeing him says I'm really loud. It's probably when I got really close. But don't wait on it. Just if you can get it and it's something you want, get it.
We're going to have to do a thing. If we really motor, we might get through all of these. Please, nobody else type, because we've got to get through these. And I don't want to be the first show where we never do it.
All right. I'm not going to try to say it again. Wanted to get some info on Dolby Atmos. What are your hardware requirements for the interface side? Number of outputs for monitors. That is a different show, sir.
That's a very different question. Send a question into the Studio Rats. Paul will forward it to me, and I'll point you at some videos I've done on my channel, TSR Jivey Talks Tech, or just have a look for Dolby Atmos on TSR Jivey Talks Tech, and you will find loads of stuff.
Yeah, that's if he doesn't see Dolby and delete it.
Yep.
Josh Lawless. Hey guys, I have a J-Rocket the Dude overdrive on the way. Have you tried it? Thoughts? I did play one in passing. Have either of you guys played one?
Not the Dude, no. But J-Rocket makes really good stuff.
Yeah, the Dude is their Dumble-inspired overdrive sound. It kind of sounds a little like a Zen drive. So if you're in that kind of vein, it's sort of there. I'm not going to say it sounds exactly like, but yeah.
Cool.
And
Nelly.
they're made really heavy. So if you have an intruder in your house, you could take somebody out with them.
Yeah, 100%.
They're like a brick.
It's self-defense. Nelly from Darwin. We've also got Hod. Howdy all. Shahar Bar telling me I back away from the microphone. I get really excited, man. I'm sorry. I will back away though.
Boom.
Moving on. What, Jivey? What do you mean you're doing lighting? We used to be mates. Everyone knows lighting and sound don't mix.
It's like water and electricity don't mix, and yet somehow I still seem to put lights in the pond.
Yeah, and I mean Line 6 is muddying those waters even more. So
yeah,
I hate the way Velcro collects dirt and lint and gets dirty, says Steve Wildheart or Wildheart. Yeah, it can.
That's what micro hoovers were for.
Yeah,
and your daughter's hairbrush.
Yeah.
Don't tell her I did that.
Just clean it.
Yeah, use one of those cat lint rollers.
Man, that's a good one. Mr. Anderson, howdy, folks. Howdy, Mr. Anderson. Stephanie Reed, thanks for the glare. That's why I subscribed. Always aim to please. Kevin, should I stick with my Headrush Prime, or do you guys think I should move to the Stadium XL due to the new Agora amp engine?
I haven't tried the Stadium enough to really comment. I like Headrush stuff because it's 11 rack based, and I've had some great noises out of that thing. I've got a Headrush. What's this one? Hang on. Headrush Core here at the minute, and it's brilliant.
Yeah. I think they suffered from people just thinking they were an inferior product. I think they're fine. I know lots. I have several friends who gig with them 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Keith White, the Fender ToneMaster Pro, has synth now. Sounds fun. Thanks for all the great advice. It does. They're doing everything they can to save that product.
Probably end up buying one of those at some point as well.
Al, my buy of the year has to be the Sir I got from Paul. Incredible guitar. Yeah.
Nice.
Vinny, what Swiss chocolate do you recommend?
Not Swiss, Norwegian chocolate. I don't have the brand because I just ate
some. There you go. Paul Mapp, buy of the year, toss up of different worlds, Magnatone Super 15 in the guitar world, and a Quantum Mark II from Synth World. Worst, Hall of Fame 2, okay, but not up to Collider or Golden I replaced it with. Agreed.
Yeah,
having played the Hall of Fame 2.
Not same price though either. Not same price point. Or same year of creativity. Hall of Fame is an old unit now.
Yeah, it is. It's gotten a little.
I know front of house guys who use Hall of Fame pedal on the floor to be able to turn the reverb off while they're doing other things.
It's not a bad move. Not a bad move. It works.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Darwin says that they were masquerading as Stephanie because the phone died.
I did think, oh my God, there's a girl.
Yeah, exactly. I had a moment, but then I was like, no, that was not that same account that asked the question about the glare. No. So, Willie Hard Meat Official 2025. Lads, the singer in my band, can't really sing, but she looks the part and the locals adore her. Any advice? Singing lessons are out of the question.
One of these. Get one of these.
Yeah, I was going to recommend something like that.
It's a Headrush VX5 vocal pedal, and it actually is really good.
The new Line 6 has auto tune in it.
Yeah.
So, or how is she at lip syncing?
backing tracks. I mean, it's
should have been a question mark. Sorry. Yeah. Steve Cassidy, promise not to type anything. that's the best I got. Pet Moxie, me neither. I have no idea what that's in reference. Jim Simmons, could you guys recommend lower cost studio monitors that sound good with modelers and modeling plugins like Tonex?
Get some KRKs.
KRK would definitely be my first go-to.
That's what I have.
I also have a set of they're not amazing, but I have some of the JBL
the M series, the Baby M.
What have I got? Mark,
just get some KRKs.
305Ps.
Get some KRKs. They're great.
Get the KRKs. Atmos sucks.
He's never heard it.
No. Dolly Doxson, thinking of a new home amp. Currently have Super Comet and Laney 5 Lionheart.
Oh, I got one.
Gremlin or something different.
I've owned the Gremlin. The Gremlin is really good because it has the Iron Man attenuator built into it.
Yep.
Just know that you're going into it with a one knob EQ, so you might have to add something else to fine tune your EQing if it's not all that in a bag of chips. But that amp does sound fantastic, and it eats pedals really well.
Great.
Yep.
Gremlin definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are great.
Move on.
No, we got time. We got time. I promise. Well, if it depends on what it's not doing for you, I'm gonna always recommend the Line 6 Catalyst or the Katana as a home amp. I think they're great.
Katana is the winner.
Yeah. Pet Moxie, Willie, I assume she can sing on pitch. We can all be a bit pitchy now and then. Lessons and practice, singing intervals, etc. Ear training, and she should make headway.
Yep.
Yeah. Agreed. Dermot Gleason, hello all. Any views on the Fractal VP4? I got one about 6 months ago. The effects are the best I have heard. I agree. They sound amazing, and they're way more versatile than people think they are in the way the switching works and the different effects.
Yeah, and as you say, the effects are awesome.
Yeah, if I didn't buy the Quad Cortex, I would have bought the AM4 and the VP4 and ran them together, and I would have used the VP4 just for delays and reverbs, and I would have used the AM4 for everything else.
Here we go. Here's some real world review, folks.
Al, I tried the Stadium on Saturday night. I honestly wasn't that impressed with it. Did a shootout with it against the Quad Cortex, and it sounded so much better. But hey, what do I know? That's because you played a not ready for release product. That's me just telling you the honest truth. The Stadium won't be fully featured for 6 more months.
No.
Headrush Prime has auto-tune in it. Yes, it does.
It does. Yep.
Darvin, Atmos is awesome. I want the Aurea Audient interface.
That's there's a video on my channel about that interface.
Is that the one you've been trying to convince me of?
No.
Okay. Vice Satchuji, hi guys, late to the party, but wanted to say hello and urge Vin to do a video where he captures the blue guitar amp and then shares it so we can steal his tone. No pressure, brother. Carry on.
Right.
I will do.
Willie, the drummer, doesn't need any EAT training. He's a pro at that. Moxie, how do you know if you are addicted to crisps? Look around your floor next to your chair.
Or your shirt.
If there are crumbs on the floor, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Guitar Buddy, Freya is a good chocolate brand in Norway. Freya means noble lady, derived from the goddess of love and beauty.
Awesome. Well done.
We did it.
Stupid comment of the week.
This is awesome. You'll like this.
Crazy Tube Circuits, Orama, Vintage Vibes, and Modern Magic. Can we hear the pedal with no interface, mic, amp, etc.? Just amp and pedal. How are you supposed to hear it without a mic picking up?
I was just going to say, just do a video of nothing. Just nothing for 30 seconds.
I'm really sorry, but there are some limitations on you hearing it that we have to put in the way.
Right. There's no way to do that. It's not possible. It's like the people that these are real people doing quote unquote real research who come to public libraries and are like, I need a photograph of Jesus.
And that is why.
Stupid comment of the week.
I don't know how, but we have really motored through tonight. I now have 6 minutes to get ready for my next online interview gathering thing. Thanks again to my dear friends, 40 Watt Phil and Vinnie the Axe, for filling the void while Paul Drew is off his face probably by now. Gallivanting with the great and the good from his little village in the forest.
I can't wait till he tries to log in to join the stream in the last 15 minutes and we're already gone.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you to Vinny and to Phil for joining me. It will be a different level of carnage next week because I'm not around because I'll be filming. I'm doing another fly on the wall session thing for my channel, so that'll be fun. Again. Take care, everyone. If you are looking for some Christmas fun, do check out Paul and my's top 10 Tonex pack challenge that's available on the website. And yes, take care, everyone. Have a great week. Thanks to Vinny. Thanks to Phil. And I've been James. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.